All right, good morning, everybody. Going to do a video. I wanted to have the video facing this way so you guys can see what's going on in here. We completely destroyed our store yesterday. Um, Basically, we're into January now. It's a Thursday, and we still haven't opened the store. And we're having some setbacks here with time and labor taken to put the store back together. We did make a decision to take our eBay space and basically go through here and reorganize it. Um, Before, when we first started, this was all inventory space for our sales floor, and then our eBay actually grew as we went. So basically now we undid all of the shelves because they weren't set in a alphabetical order. It was adding time onto our picking. So now I'm just going to kind of go in the beginning here. This is all revamped, and if you look at my previous videos, you'll see, this is the tech bay back here. We basically made it so the tech bay is going to now be for shipping and listing. I haven't moved over the listing part of it yet. I still have to take apart the whole thing there and you know empty all this out to put my tables in. Total disaster, guys. As you can see, we're not moving fast enough. It looks like we need to get things going here because we're having an issue right now where we need to get some sales coming in. I do have some inventory coming, but not enough. It's basically January 8th, and we've been closed since November 30th. So, like I said, last month we did open up the store to do two sales and then eBay, but the numbers that we got was not enough to even make a dent towards our normal debt repayments and the rent and all that. Basically, what's going on with the store is we need to get this whole thing completed over here with the rows. I need to move over all these gondolas and do a breaker wall, and then we also have to get all this trash and boxes out of here. So I would say, to me, it looks like it's probably about 2 days worth of work. It's going to get us into the weekend. And then I did want to open this weekend, but it's not going to happen just because I don't have all my inventory here. The inventory that was being shipped still has not arrived yet. And then that was a last week purchase. And then we also have another load coming. And then we're going to also make another buy. So we've been trying to make buys for the last 2 weeks now without luck. And it's basically telling me, January is always going to be where inventory kind of like is not as much available. We didn't have this problem last year because we had our store inventory to float us. But now what we're having a problem with is refilling the location. So it's going to be pretty expensive to fill the location with inventory. Then we have to get into the marketing. I do have to get the Google to say that we're not permanently closed anymore. So that's going to be an issue because I remember um, Google kept on blocking me from saying that this was my location because of the old Best Buy. They thought that I was trying to like do something that wasn't right. So we finally got that fixed, and then now I'm permanently closed again. So I want to walk over here. I did stage a lot of inventory from the back. So all my pallets are up there with this is all slated for eBay. We were going to pull some of this premium clothing out and put it on the sales floor. We just haven't gotten to it yet because we had to fix the eBay area. So that's like all my jetwear right there, all my performance compression jerseys and all that. These are boxes too. This right here is all a truckload that's going to be put onto B stock. So this is a whole truck here, and then we're also going to add some of the jetwear into it to make it like, I think it's like 15, almost 16,000 pieces. So those are going to go on there. So this is all ready to go. This is going to be my staging area right here. I'll turn around here in a second. So what I did was I made more area for inventory to stage. So this right here, I believe this is going to fit probably 3 trucks right here. And then we're also going to use this area back here So my whole store layout has not been completed yet with the new business model. So this is all going to be here. Basically, later today, we're probably going to have this whole thing filled with everything that's on the sales floor just to get it off there. I still have a lot of work to do. It's going to be a busy couple of days, and then I'm showing you this now just so you can see, what it takes when you're dealing with, like, this. To me would be like opening my store and getting everything set up again. So that's why this all looks like this, because we're totally changing the business model. All these watermelons are going to be stacked up. We are going to use these for inventory to sell to the customers. But what we're going to do is get all these into one spot. That's all like boxes that need to be cut down. And then there's inventory here that's not listed on eBay. So this is going to go all into the eBay room. I have some shelves right here that need to be assembled. And then we also need to get this stuff out of the tech bay, like I said. So here, I'll walk over here and then show you guys what I'm thinking, because it looks like, I think we have 86 shelving units back here, maybe a little bit more. But basically what's going to happen is right where that rack is right there with the boxes on top of it, this is where it's going to end. And then the gondola is going to be all the way from here all the way down to that orange wall down there. So it's going to touch the wall. There's only going to be one opening to get into back here. I'm going to have cameras here to make sure that we have alerts just in case a customer does walk through this little area here. I did make enough room for the cart. And then I'm just going to kind of just walk through here. So now this is all in alphabetical order. Before, it was all staggered because as we grew. But one of the things I want to recommend to you guys, when you're setting up your if you're doing eBay or setting up anything, set your shelving up before, and don't make it so you have to redo everything, because this was a nightmare, guys, moving these shelves around. Granted, I do have wheels that are going to go onto these shelves, but now that the inventory is on them, it's going to be a little bit more trickier to get those on there because these things are now pretty heavy. So what we're going to do is, like I said, put the gondola against this wall here, and then it's going to just basically just stretch all the way down there. And then basically my eBay space is going to be all right here. And then what's nice about this is it actually changed the floor where it looks like it's actually more space because it's a long straight line. Before, remember, there was a big break. I think it was right about it was probably right here where it used to go. It used to go to that wall, and then it went over to here, and it went all the way over to this post, and then that kind of closed it in. So we actually gained a lot of space, and basically we just took the space that we used for the eBay and we just stretched it out. And I kind of feel like that's going to be a lot better for, like I said, when we pick all the inventory. So this is going to stay here. This is going to be all of our HBA that's coming. This is going to be all of our VIP area. We are going to keep the cash wrap for now to do that, and then basically go from there. And then I think what I'm going to try to do is just all these buys that I'm doing, I'm going to try to make it just so we drop pallets, because all this area right here is going to be open. And I think that this is where I want to put my clothes. So this is all going to stay blocked off right here. So we're going to always keep that right there. So I'll kind of clean it up a little bit and just make it more straight. But I think to this pole right here to the left is going to be all overfill for pallets. And then basically I showed you the other side. So now now it comes to just getting things done. I'm going to show another video tomorrow with how we got through everything. And then I'll go ahead and give you guys next steps once we kind of know what kind of inventory coming in. It's just going to be interesting. Moving all these is going to be not as bad because they're on wheels, these gondolas. I would highly recommend gondolas on wheels. They just make it so much easier. The ones that are stationary, I actually use the forklift and I push it. So one person's at the end kind of steering it, and I just push it like a train. So we'll see how that is. And maybe I can do some kind of video when I'm moving the stuff around. I'm not sure. I mean, we only have 3 people working today, so we really got to just kind of get things going here. These are clothes right here that we took down from eBay. We are doing an audit as we're doing this. That's why it's taking so long. I'm pulling out everything of my eBay store that is not listed properly or not listed at all. It's just getting out of here. So we're gonna redo all that. This is another death pile right here. So so yeah, take a look at my mess, guys. Pretty interesting when you tear your whole thing apart. All the stuff that you find, all this inventory was just kind of everywhere. So it's not like it was all organized, but now going forward, we learned our lesson and we're going to run a tighter ship. And hopefully this reset just kind of just comes with the whole revamping the whole next step in 2026. It would have been nice to have all this kind of started in December, but there's just been so many ups and downs that we've been dealing with. It was really hard to not be distracted. But now we're sitting in a place now where we're almost done with it, and the results are gonna be really nice to see once it's all completed. This is all gonna be open, guys. This whole area back here too. So a lot of sales floor. We're basically all the way to those pallets, sales floor. I'm gonna walk. This is all gonna be open. It's actually gonna be pretty scary once we get this all emptied out and we have to fill it again. So, and it's gonna go all the way over to about, all this is gonna be open, guys. So so take a look at it now. Make a mental note. When you see the next video, you're gonna be like, whoa, that was crazy. And hopefully we can do this all in a day. I'm hoping by the weekend we're gonna be all done. So like I said, it's Thursday. We have today and tomorrow with our warehouse person for our help, and then bring it into the weekend. Hopefully our truck comes or we get a call. We're dealing with CH Robinson right now, and they're not the easiest dispatch to work with, because I think yesterday I was on hold for 45 minutes. It's probably better to send an email and allow yourself some time. But yeah, I did notice that with them, every time they're in the mix, our loads take a little bit longer to get to us. So that's kind of putting some pressure on everything too. So we'll see how it goes, guys. I'm gonna keep you informed. Sorry I didn't get any videos in, but we've been really just tearing everything apart with the store, and I just been really sidetracked. So thanks for watching. If you want to like, subscribe, put some notes in, and then maybe if you have an experience of your own with your location getting revamped or set up and it was a nightmare, if you want to put something in there, I would appreciate any kind of support, guys. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.